Nikken Set計was founded in 1900 in Osaka. Nikken has been an integral part of Japan's modernization. It has helped shape Japan's urban landscapes. It's the country's oldest and largest architectural design firm. They've developed more than 20,000 projects within 200 cities in 50 countries. Nikken's headquarters, which supervises the work of 2,400 employees around the world, is located in a lush area in the heart of Tokyo.
When a job comes in, we consider which of our architects is most suited for the task. The success of a project really depends on choosing the right person.
Their projects include public facilities, business complexes, stadiums, and Tokyo Skytree, the city's new landmark tower. The key is the fusion of Japanese and Western wisdom and technology. The owners requested a design with a Japanese touch that could also withstand earthquakes and typhoons. They wanted to create a new landmark for Japan. Design team leader Shigeru Yoshino was tasked with this hefty job. The limited land size was the biggest challenge, but from this arose creative opportunities. Through trial and error, including inspiration from ukiyo-e woodblock prints, they eventually decided on a triangular base and a cylindrical shape in the upper section to offer panoramic views.
Due to the limited land size, the shape of the tower would normally have been very long and thin. I was worried the structure would look frail. Then one day, a sculptor gave me an idea. He said a thin, narrow shape could express the sharpness of a Japanese sword. I thought this could be beautiful. So I've used a traditional Japanese form in the design, a curve seen in the Japanese swords, and a camber or slight arching seen in columns at temples.
They put a concrete vibration control center column at the center of the tower, the first of its kind worldwide. This mechanism minimizes the tower's swaying when earthquakes occur. It reduces jolts from quakes and strong winds up to 50%. Tokyo Skytree was completed in May 2012 and has become a new sightseeing spot. The State Guest House is often used by foreign dignitaries. The buildings combine high-tech security and the finest in traditional Japanese design. This unique building is also made of wood and concrete, combining traditional craftsmanship and modern building techniques.
Japanese craftsmanship has been handed down for 400 to 500 years. The technologies we use today are in many ways an accumulation of these traditional techniques. I believe this is why Japanese manufacturing is so superior.
Cities now face environmental problems such as the urban heat island phenomenon. Nikken Set計focuses not only on individual structures, but also on the entire city's environmental improvement. This tree-lined street is one example. 15 years ago, Nikken drew up a master plan for Tokyo with a new green axis. The idea was to link the Imperial Palace greenery with other large gardens in one continuous line.
you can see a long green line linked together. We call it a green corridor.
Walking down the lane, I can feel a nice breeze. This green corridor must help lowering the temperature of the area.
It reduces the hot summer temperature by about 2 degrees Celsius.
The trees are nice too.
They're dawn redwood. They're deciduous. So in winter, they shed their leaves. People can enjoy the sunlight. And in summer, people can walk in the leafy shade.
The headquarters feature the world's top energy-saving technologies. This, in fact, is the result of the oil shock Japan faced in the 1970s.
The oil shock brought us tough times, but also opportunity. A nationwide energy-saving consciousness emerged. Japanese companies quickly began developing energy-efficient technologies.
Nikken developed a new system to cool down the whole building in cooperation with a ceramics company. Tomohiko Yamanashi and his team designed the building. They've won many awards for their work.
Tokyo is a concrete jungle. Concrete absorbs heat from sunlight during the day and releases it at night. Tokyo is now more than 2 degrees Celsius warmer than 100 years ago. As an architect, I thought cooling down the buildings would help cool down the city.
Traditional wisdom offered them a clue. In Japan, people sprinkle water on surfaces to ease the summer heat.
This building has a balcony. Rainwater is collected and pumped up by solar power. The rainwater then runs through this railing called bioskin. It's made of unglazed piping. About 10% of the water seeps out of the railing, which then evaporates in the sunlight. As the water evaporates, the whole building is cooled down. The system lowers the temperature 6 degrees Celsius in shaded areas and 12 degrees in areas with sunshine. Heat is dissipated using energy from nature.
Rainwater and sunlight make wind. It's the world's first cooling system fully conforming with nature.
We're now thinking about using the system in the Middle East. Here's a model. You can see many glass ribs on the facade. They're made of double-layer glass. They heat up when exposed to sunlight, but because of the heat sink effect, they quickly cool down when exposed to wind. Only cool, bright light penetrates into the rooms. So this system would bring cool sunlight to the Middle East. The concept we use in Tokyo can be applied anywhere in the world.
Nikken Set計is planning further expansion. The keys are environment and urban planning.
When I became president, I felt we should take advantage of our experience with eco-technologies.
Many emerging countries are struggling with energy overconsumption and population explosion. For Nikken, it's an opportunity to help. Russia uses 7 times as much energy per GDP as Japan does. In October 2012, Nikken held a joint forum at the Japanese Embassy in Moscow and was joined by 25 Japanese companies offering environmental technologies. Nikken is now proposing 7 big projects in Russia. The most ambitious proposal is a design on a man-made island in the Baltic Sea. The island would be part of the port city of St. Petersburg. Nikken is calling this project Warm City, with lots of sunshine and green landscapes. For example, biomass and other renewable energy sources will be used. All buildings will be connected to centralized ventilation. Snow will be collected in winter and used for air conditioning in summer. Overall energy consumption will be reduced by 60%.
If you build a new city in Russia, the amount of energy would equal building 7 new cities in Japan. But if Japanese technologies are applied, Russia can reduce the amount of energy by 1/7. I was confident that Japanese energy-saving technologies could help the world.
Nikken is expanding its business in China and Southeast Asia. Nikken got into China 20 years ago. The company has designed many buildings in Beijing, Shanghai, Suzhou, and is now gaining ground in inland China. They're now working on an urban design for Zhengzhou, an inland city located south of Beijing. Wataru Tanaka is the project leader. The city requested a design concept focusing on relaxation and entertainment, combined with eco-friendly infrastructure. This project team includes staff from several countries. They can discuss ideas from various perspectives.
Foreign clients ask us to bring our progressive Japanese approach, adapted for their own needs and culture. One example is Tokyo Midtown. They want to build a business complex similar to this.
Japanese technologies are in demand, offering eco-friendly, comfortable environments attracting interest worldwide. What does the future hold for Nikken?
We don't intend to make a special team for overseas operations. I want all our employees to work on foreign projects. We want young people who would enjoy the challenges and opportunities we offer.